We're back here on Extra Rounds, courtesy of UFC Fight Pass. Please be joined now by All-Pro wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It is Mike Evans. Mike, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. I appreciate you joining us. Looking at football and mixed martial arts, I feel like there's a lot of crossover. We've actually seen a lot of mixed martial artists actually, transition from football, whether it be
Hmm.
at the college level or the pro level. I mean, have
Hardy.
you? Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
100%. Have you ever thought about, mixing it up? Maybe not, at the competitive level, but do you ever train
Yeah.
MMA?
I don't. I do love the sport, but I'm more boxing. I
Okay.
do a lot of boxing training. But MMA is a fantastic sport.
When it comes to boxing and football, I mean, boxing is just obviously one element of mixed martial arts, but do you feel that
Hmm.
helps your football skills as well?
I definitely think it gets me conditioned right, and hand bat at the line of scrimmage. I play receiver, so it helps with that. Muscle memory and things like that. But I think more guys should definitely like cross train like that, and it's great training.
100%. Do you have a favorite mixed martial artist?
I got a lot.
Well,
But
give me a couple. Give me a couple.
Anderson Silva was my
Okay.
guy growing up. I used to like Tito Ortiz as well. Conor McGregor. I love strikers. Conor McGregor, John Jones, all those guys. There's a lot of guys. T. Woodley.
What is interesting about those names is I don't think you actually said two athletes that have the same personality as one another. I mean,
Yeah.
Anderson Silva, he was a little bit showy, but he wasn't showy in the sense of like Conor McGregor. You know what I
Well, he's
mean? Like,
Brazilian. He speaks mainly Portuguese, so it's hard for like the American fans to really understand him as much. Like Conor McGregor, he sells the fights, and
right.
he's the biggest star in UFC history, and he's always fun to watch leading
Between
up to
you
the
and
fights.
me, between you and me, Mike, don't tell anybody else this, just besides the people that are watching right now. Anderson could speak English the whole time. He just never did it. I don't know why. He just
I,
like kept it
I I
under
heard Chael
wraps.
Sonnen say that. I heard
Yeah.
Chael say that, but I don't know.
No, it's
He,
true. I've been standing next to Anderson when there's a bunch of media around and he
yeah.
only speaks Portuguese. And
Oh,
then everyone
really?
goes away and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm like, fine. How are you?"
I wonder why he does that.
I don't know. I mean, granted, it was a while ago, and this last fight he had, he pretty much spoke exclusively English. But do you prefer someone that is soft spoken compared to that of a Conor McGregor? Because it sounds like you like both personalities.
Yeah, I like both. I just if they could fight is what matters to me. But I
Right.
mean, you got to sell yourself in a sport like boxing and MMA. You have to sell yourself um, to get to earn more money, and
Right.
it brings more to the fight. It makes it more of an event leading up to it. So it's definitely more entertaining. A guy that can talk trash, but I like both kinds as long as you can fight.
What about you on the field? Are you someone that ever talks trash?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
part of your
yeah.
game?
Earlier in my career, I used to like be the one that seeked the trash talking. Like I used to go
Okay.
out and start it. As I gotten older, I just let the trash talk come to me. And
But then you
I
handle it,
won't
right?
shy. Yeah, I won't shy away from it. It's all part of the game. It's fun.
I like it. I like it. Let's talk about your charity, and you. I believe you're actually nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. So you might talk trash on the
Not
field.
not this year, not this
Okay,
year.
last year.
But the last 3 years,
Got
I
it.
was the Bucks Walter Payton Man of the Year
Okay, so let's talk about that
candidate.
because obviously, like athletes go either way on this. Some feel like they are role models and have to lead
Yeah.
and sort of speak differently than they do on the field, and others are
Hmm.
just who they are. But it sounds like you have made an effort to give back.
Yeah, that's just how I was raised, and I think that all ties in together. I was raised on trash talk, and I was raised on being a good person. Like when you're on the field of play, a lot of things go on, a lot of emotions. I've always talked trash, but off the field, I'm just a cool dude that likes to give back, and I've been super blessed to be in this position. And my mom raised me to give back, so that's just how I am.
So, what is your charity? What have you done in the past?
We focus on kids education, so we give out college scholarships to underserved kids that are making really good grades, and families that suffer from domestic violence. Me and my wife our family has a history of domestic violence, so we give back to that. I'm actually going to an event here soon to go serve some food at a domestic violence shelter. So
Wow, that's great. That's great.
yeah,
When did you start doing that?
2017 is when I started the foundation.
Okay.
I
And
mean, my
how would
wife.
people find out about it to maybe contribute or give forward?
We're on all social media platforms. Mike Evans Family Foundation, MikeEvansFamilyFoundation.org or .com is the website. And yeah, we've been doing some good stuff the past few years, and any help is much appreciated.
It's the time of year that people start thinking about being charitable as well as we enter this holiday season. Let's talk about where you're at. With your football season, how have things been going this year for you and the Bucks?
We just won the first game in Germany, first regular season game in Germany, so that was pretty cool to be a part of that. We're not where we want to be as far as record wise, but we're first in our division.
Right.
Coming off 2 straight wins, going into the bye week. Um, I'm happy enough. I'm happy enough. I feel like we're gonna rest, recover, come back healthy, and hit the second half of the season strong.
That's one thing I find interesting, and I think that the NFL has a lot in common with the UFC in the sense of global expansion. The UFC
Yep.
is really focused on bringing this show all over the world, as has the NFL. I mean, that's something to sort of experience, I would think, playing in Germany.
Man, it was an unbelievable experience. The fans there were going insane. They said they've been waiting years for the NFL to come over there. Everybody was knowing who I was a shock. I'm popular enough in the States, but outside the States, football's not as popular. And to go there and the fans just know who you are and be so excited when they see you, is very humbling. And hope we get to experience it again.
How's your German?
Terrible. I didn't know anything. Eh, the food was kind of average, though.
All
I
right.
will say that, but the people were nice.
There you go. Do you know the tie-in with the UFC that your quarterback Tom Brady has?
Oh yeah, Tom and Dana are boys, and his cousin works there, matchmaking.
Yeah, Sean Shelby.
Yeah,
It's a
Sean's a great guy. I met him as well.
little known secret that Sean Shelby is Tom Brady's cousin, and I wonder if Tom Brady ever thinks about getting into business. It's almost a family business if
Yeah,
he gets in there with Sean.
he could do it. Tom's a multi-talented guy. He definitely could do it.
Yeah, 100%. I know you're a guy that has been to the fights. When's the last time you were at a UFC?
What was the last event I went to? Was it
Was it
It
Jacksonville?
wasn't Jacksonville. I went to the
No.
one in Houston. Who just fought in Houston?
Israel
Was it?
Adesanya and Robert Whitaker.
That's the one I saw. But
Nice.
did Oliveira fight on that card versus Michael Chandler, or was that previous? Or was that before?
That was before that one.
Okay, so I saw both of those, but
Look at
I
you,
saw
Mike.
the
You've been to so
Izzy.
many UFCs, you can't even keep them straight.
Nah, I went to my first one with Tom
Okay.
at the Jacksonville event. Oh no,
Nice.
John. No, I saw John Jones. That was my first one. John Jones in Houston against Dominic Reyes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And yeah, that was crazy because I was telling all my friends, I was trying to put them on MMA, and I was saying John Jones, best ever. We're gonna go watch him, and then we
Yeah.
watched him. They were like, he looked like he lost, and I was
Hey.
like, nah, it was a close fight. It was a close fight, but it was a tough opponent. Dominic was undefeated at the time,
Yep.
but yeah,
It,
that was
it,
my first UFC fight.
and for John, a close fight almost looks like a loss because he's been so dominant in the past. But
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
what do you think about John at heavyweight?
I mean, if he can handle it. I mean, he's never fought at that weight before, but he walks
No.
around pretty big, I'm sure.
Yeah,
So
I would love to see him fight
I'm
Stipe or
yeah,
maybe give him Francis Ngannou right away. I don't know. I just
he'll
love to see
be
it.
top of the top skill set wise. He'll be number one skill set wise, just handling that punch.
Yeah,
But he's always had a great chin. Like he's been cracked on the chin and just eats it. He's going
yeah.
forward. I think he'll be fine.
I've always wondered what his brothers Chandler and Arthur would look like in MMA because they went the football route. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
had they
I don't
gone
know
MMA,
Arthur well, but Chandler, I know him pretty well, and he's cool. We always talk about John in the UFC, but I feel like if he did it, he'd be pretty good at it.
I mean,
I
how
don't
could
know
they
if he'll be
not?
good as John though. Like
I mean,
John's
John is
different.
made differently. Like he just
He
got that
is
body for MMA. He just seems to know angles and all sorts of things. He's
fight IQ,
he's the
crazy.
greatest of all time, in my opinion.
Same.
Awesome. Well, Mike, I appreciate your time. Best of luck the rest of the way. Holding on to that first place spot down there in the NFC South, and maybe we'll see you here in the playoffs.
Absolutely appreciate you. Thanks for having me, TJ.
Thank you, sir.